here's what we're gonna do. From now on, I am recording my lessons. I will not always probably record in y'all's class. In fact, I have a good feeling I won't record in y'all's class very often at all. Because y'all are super distracting. Y'all. No, here's what I am going to do. I am going to be able to take the videos, both recording the screen, what I do up on the board, and recording my face. I know y'all don't care so much about the face, but I do think it's helpful to see some of the expressions. And post these in a YouTube channel, and then copy those links into Google Classroom so that when you are absent, you will actually be able to get the full lesson that I gave your classmates and peers. So yeah, I've been wanting to be able to do this for several years now, and now I've kind of figured out the way I'm gonna do it. So here we go. This is how it's gonna start. You're gonna be able to see what I do up on the board. You're gonna be able to see my face. Welcome to Choate's class.
Hey, make me manager.
And no.
What's the channel gonna be called?
I haven't decided yet.
He is what he means by we're distracting. Let him video.
This is why I'm not recording y'all's class.
Show Skates TV.
45, 90 degree triangles, special right triangles. Cadence, put your phone away. Colin, this is the second time, put your phone away.
Oh.
Nathan, do me a favor, take your backpack off your desk.
Yeah, no phone is there.
Ah. 45, 90 special right triangles. The very first thing we need to do when we see 45s or any special right triangle is identify our hypotenuse. After we have our hypotenuse on our 45s, we're going to identify our legs. What you need to know on the leg is that the 45, 90 degree triangle is an isosceles triangle. It means that two of my angles are congruent and the sides opposite of those angles are also congruent. So it may have been better had I done this in a different color. Let me go back here. So I have two legs. Those legs are congruent. I believe that's what my notes say over here. The legs of a 45, 90 degree triangle are always congruent. To find the leg, you're going to take the hypotenuse and divide it by the square root of 2. That will get you the leg. The hypotenuse, you're going to take the leg and multiply it by the square root of 2. And as far as notes go, that's it. That's what you need to know today. I'm going to do 8 problems with you, 3 in our notes on this page, 5 from your actual worksheet tonight. I want you to make sure you have your notebook. Every class has needed their notebook to refer back to something. So if you don't have your notebook from Friday, where you took notes from Friday, I want you to get those back out. Okay? If you were not here Friday, you should have filled out a work note. I'll give you a minute to find that stuff. Our notes from Friday look like what I have right here. And then I'm going to look at number 1. I said the first thing we're going to do is identify our hypotenuse. From now on, you're going to see me write H for hypotenuse, L for leg. My hypotenuse, again, is found by taking the leg, multiplying it by the square root of 2. Legs are found by taking the hypotenuse and dividing it by the square root of 2. My legs are congruent. Congruent means, that means that they equal each other. So x here would equal how much? To find the hypotenuse, it says we take the leg and multiply it by the square root of 2. Can I multiply inside the house anything outside the house? No. So my answer here is 8 square root of 2. Next, I'm going to go to number 2. Identify my hypotenuse. My legs are congruent. So y equals how much? Again, to find the hypotenuse, you take the leg, multiply it by the square root of 2. So what is my x value? Okay. Number 3. First thing I do is identify that hypotenuse. The other 2 are my legs here. So whatever x is, y will equal. We said to find the leg, you take the hypotenuse and divide it by the square root of 2. So I get 19 over the square root of 2. And this is where I asked all of my other classes to refer back to their notes on Friday. What do we do when we have a radical in the denominator position? We're going to multiply it by itself on top and bottom, right? So I'm going to multiply the top by the square root of 2 and multiply the bottom by the square root of 2. That's going to produce 19 root of 2 on top over the root of 4, which we know is, what's the square root of 4? 2. 19 does not divide by 2 easy or beautifully. It gives us a decimal. We don't want decimals with our radicals as well. That's way too much going on. So we're going to leave it as 19, I've done that all day long, 19 root of 2 over 2. They were both my legs. So there I have my answer. Let's go to our worksheet. Paola, pick a number 1 through 20. Seth, did you pick that because Nathan told you to pick it? Kevin, pick a number 1 through 20. Nathan, stop talking.
Bro, welcome back. Pick again.
Stop talking, Nathan. Corando, pick a number 1 through 20. Victoria, pick a number 1 through 20. Reese, pick a number 1 through 20.
19.
Let's start at 19. What's the first thing I need to do? Identify that hypotenuse. The other 2 sides are my legs. I'm looking for x equals and y equals. What is y that we know already?
It's 43 square root of 2 over 2.
43 root of 2 over 2. your hypotenuse can be found by taking the leg and multiplying it by the root of 2. So here I have 43 root of 2 over 2 times the root of 2. Now I want to make this problem look balanced. Essentially, I want to put the root of 2 as a fraction. How can I put the root of 2 as a fraction? I'm just going to put it over 1. Now I can multiply across. This is going to give me 43 root of 4 over 2. 43, or let me say it like this, the root of 4 is actually what? So 43 times 2 over 2. 43 times 2 is 86 over 2 now. 86 divided by 2 is 43. So our hypotenuse is how much? Without saying anything, I want you to look at that problem and tell me, do you notice anything unique? And if you notice it, give me a thumbs up. I'm going to tell you there are some tricks to this worksheet in solving 45, 45, 90. Give you a couple seconds. Okay. Okay. Our answers are here. If we keep going backwards here, let's see. Somebody asked for number 13. First thing I need to do is identify that hypotenuse. V represents what side of the triangle? My legs are congruent. Half my answer is given to me. The hypotenuse can be found by taking the leg, multiplying it by the square root of 2. And I'm going to put it over 1 to make my problem look balanced. This is going to give me 27 root of 4 over 2. When I start to simplify this, this is 27 times 2 over 2, which is now 54 over 2, which reduces down to 27. Again, without saying anything, look at that problem and tell me if you noticed. Okay. Number 12, there's going to be a trick to this one as well. Identify that hypotenuse. So M and N are going to be the same number because they are both legs. And to find the leg, we take the hypotenuse and divide it by the square root of 2. Our notes from yesterday told us we never leave radicals on the bottom. And to move them, we multiply it by the top and the bottom. This becomes 27 root of 2 over the root of 4, which will simplify down to 27 root of 2 over 2. This one might be a little bit more difficult to see, but do you see the trick there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay? Again, you don't have to see it. I've shown you how to mathematically work it out. Someone else picked number 7. We need to find both the hypotenuse and the leg. The leg is y equals 27. The hypotenuse is to take the leg and multiply it by the root of 2. So my leg here is and we got number 5 left. Does anybody know with the trick? Just show me your hands if you already know what y and x equal. Okay, Cadence, what does y and x equal? It is 10. Why is it 10?
I don't know. I just.
You see it though. Veridana, do you know why?
Same thing.
You see it, yeah, that's okay. Sometimes I just see it. I don't know how to explain it. But let me show you it this way. The hypotenuse is the leg times the root of 2. And they gave me my hypotenuse here, didn't they? They told me it's 10 times the root of 2. If I take away the root of 2, I'm left with the leg. So x and y are both 10. There is your notes and 5 problems done for you. You're doing the rest. It is due at the end of class here. You can do it. I promise you, you can do it. Yes, you may.